Hello everybody, and we're about to continue our Let's Play series of Dark Souls Remastered. In our last video, we were able to defeat Manus, the Father of the Abyss, and now we're going to make our way over to where Sif is. Another thing we forgot to do was read the description of the soul of Manus. Soul of Manus, Father of the Abyss, this extraordinary soul is a vicious, lukewarm lump of gentle humanity. Ancient Manus was clearly once human, but he became the father of the Abyss, after his humanity went wild, eternally seeking his precious broken pendant. Pretty intense. Also going to work our way back toward the Ulysseal Sanctuary to see if there's any new dialogue.
I have awaited thee. Thou hast rescued Princess Dusk and rid us of that terrible primeval human, even halting the spread of the abyss. I salute the grandeur of thine enterprise. Please allow me to express my gratitude. I thank thee, as do we all. I will remember thee, but I will keep thy story to myself. This is the best way. For thou art come from a time far ahead. No one will sing thy praises, but yet thy greatness shall live on, for it shall be my purpose to remember all thou hast done for us. May the flame...
Okay, so next up we should be able to get a level. So keep building our endurance up for now. Repair any equipment. Okay, we're now going to warp our way over to the Undead Parish.
It won't be. I'm afraid you'll have to look for someone.
See if it can reinforce anything while we're here. Doesn't appear so.
I'll be seeing you then.
Okay, so we have to run all the way over to where we were heading by when we fought the Moonlight Butterfly. It's in that direction. It's quite a ways away. Kind of funny to be here near the end of the game rather than the middle of the game, because I typically fight Sif before on Orlando, so this should be an interesting new experience. One, to see that new cutscene that I get to see while playing. I do suspect our damage output will be pretty intense for this area at this point in the game. We're going to open the door right here, using the Crest of Artorias, which we picked up quite a while ago. Okay, and now we're just going to hug our way over and run through the trees and avoid the invisible enemies that are trying to do us harm. We have to get all the way over here.
Is it not so that thou art new? Thou fared well to find me, but cometh thee not for the grave of Sir Artorias? My advice true. Forget this. The legend of Artorias art none but a fabrication. Traversing the dark. 'Tis but a fairy tale. Have thine own respect. Go not yonder knocking for nothing, I say. Well, indeed, thou art a strange one. Nevertheless, I feel some liking for thee. I'm Alvina of the Darkroot Wood. I command a clan of hunters who track down defilers of the forest groves. What dost thou say? Wilt thou not join us? Oh, yes, I believe we would suit thee well. I am very glad. And now art one of us. Let us establish a covenant. And here taketh this ring. If thou wearest that ring, it allows for thine summoning. If mine senses reveal intruders, then I will summon thee. Fend them off, sir. I beseech only this. I shall summon others who will, by their honor, work tirelessly with thee. Thou shalt receive great reward, and whatsoever we shall pillage will be thine own. A true agreement, not so. But thou must heed the golden rule. The clan is thine own family. To thine kinsman forever stay true. Darest not in any attempt to double-cross. Have no doubt, such wretchedness never will we tolerate.
Okay, so now we have joined a new covenant for the time being. We also picked up a new ring, the Cat Covenant ring. Ring granted to those bound by the Forest Hunter Covenant, answer Alvina's summoning. The White Cat Alvina speaks a human tongue and has lived since the early age of fire. Alvina was a trusted friend of Knight Artorias and the Great Wolf Sif. Okay, I guess for the time being we're not going to be using Darkmoon Blade, just because we're in a different covenant for now. But now the invisible enemies will no longer be trying to attack us, because we're part of this covenant. It's been a little while since I have explored this area. I think it's mostly mushroom people and the tree enemies. I believe that is the Crystal Ember, if I remember correctly. So draw the big mushroom people over, and then just go get it. Enchanted Ember. So if you were going down that upgrade path, then that's where the Enchanted Ember is. Oh, there's the big kitty cats over there. I feel like we're already right by Sif. So I guess we might as well just take on this battle. It's probably the saddest battle in the entire game. I never look forward to it, honestly. It's definitely much sadder this way. Kind of just stay under Sif. It's just so tragic. I hate this fight every time. Just makes it even worse that we're dressed like Artorias. Always the saddest part of the entire game, for sure. Okay, let's go over our inventory that we just picked up. We now have the Hornet Ring. One of the special rings granted to the 4 Knights of Gwyn. The Hornet Ring belonged to the Lord's Blade Siren. By boosting critical attacks, its wearer can annihilate foes, as Siren's dagger laid waste to Lord Gwyn's enemies. So that's going to tremendously increase your critical attacks, such as backstabs and ripostes. And we also picked up Covenant of Artorias. This ring symbolizes Knight Artorias' covenant with the beasts of the Abyss. Its wearer, like Artorias himself, can traverse the Abyss. So this is going to allow us to take on the fight between the 4 kings now. And if we didn't have this item, we would not be able to have that fight. So tragic. Okay, we're right around 13 minutes, so we'll just do a little bit of exploring. And then we'll just end the episode. Okay, large soul of a brave warrior. Remember, these enemies are being pretty tough. Oh wow. Oh, there's 2 of them. can also go this way, I believe. I'd like to say this is the path that you could take if you were, instead of using the Crest of Artorias, you just use the ladder that is by the Hydras down in Darkroot Basin. Unless I'm in the wrong ladder. Might be the wrong spot. I know that there's a ladder that takes you from Darkroot Basin up to the forest. No, I think it's that way, yep. So you would go over there, you go up, and you go across the bridge, and then you work your way up over here, and then you take that ladder up. I think there's just one armor set we're trying to find. The Eastern armor set. And I feel like it's in the other end of the forest. I don't have too much to worry about over here. Another chest. The stone helm set, or the stone armor set. Moss-covered armor of the Stone Knight, defender of Darkroot Garden. The Stone Knight is a product of ancient magic, and although this armor is imbued with magic, it is also incredibly heavy. Kind of reminds me of the Guardian enemies that are in Seal. I think they're very similar. I think we wanted to go this way. Trying to get this armor set, essentially.
I know all about you. I'm Shiva of the East, captain of the brigade. Let's teach you the clan basics now, as there's no time to chat in the midst of fighting. Except there is little in the form of rules. You hear? Fight and hunt and survive. Whoever's fastest gets the prey. That's the way we do it. Only, don't forget what Arvina said. Traitors aren't given a second chance for any reason. That's about it then. Don't worry.
Okay, so we don't have to worry about that, because we're not betraying the Covenant anytime. Just gonna get one more item and wrap up this area. Oh, it must be way over there. Eastern set. Distinctive armor made in an Eastern land. Exquisitely crafted, this armor offers excellent defense, particularly versus slash attacks, which are one of the main threats in battles in the East. I always thought it was a pretty cool armor set. But that is where that is located. And I think that is about it for this spot. We did pick up that Crystal Ember. So Ember required for weapon ascension. Crystal Ember created by Seath the Scaleless. Handled only by the Giant God's Blacksmith. That is the wrong Ember. We meant the Enchanted Ember. Sorry about that. Ember required for weapon ascension. This Enchanted Ember, a form of sorcery, is a vestige of the Lost Land of Ulasil. Ascends a 5+ magic weapon to Enchanted. So the Sorcerer's Enchanted weapon inflicts magic damage and is boosted by intelligence. So there we go. Now we're right around 25 minutes, so I think what we're going to do is just warp back to the bonfire. And then we're going to wrap up this episode. We're at 35 endurance. We're probably good for endurance for now. I know 30 is a nice number. We'll just keep working on endurance. We'll just keep pushing that to 40. We're almost done with the playthrough, so I don't think we need much as far as health or any other stats. But in our next episode, we're going to be taking on the Four Kings, which should be a fun time. I would like to thank everybody for tuning in, and we'll be talking again real soon.